Hey everybody, it's Jenna Allen with Mental Health Today, and I just woke up, so I'm a little bit tired. That's why I got coffee. This thing, it's like kind of perfect mug for me. I always try to buy mugs that are like, suited for my personality kind of thing. So today I would like to talk about codependency, something I've struggled with all my life, and I know that a lot of people struggle with this. Keep in mind with my channel, I will be doing a mix of relationship advice and life advice and mental health, right? Like, it's gonna kind of like vary, right? But I'm trying to make a list of things that I think would be useful on my channel. I was even thinking about doing another video on communication, but like a little bit different about why we don't communicate or why we don't really help ourselves, like why some of us don't help ourselves. But today I'm going to talk about codependency and what it means and why um, some of us are codependent. When you're young, um, depending on how you were raised, depending on your lifestyle, if you, like for me, like when I was young, I had a lot of people baby me because of my disability as a child. um, I had a lot of people baby me. I had a lot of people be there for me. I didn't really learn how to be independent until I finished high school, and even after that, I struggled a little bit. Codependency is basically the opposite of independent. It's where you need people 24/7, or you need help all the time. You don't know how to be on your own. You know, I mean, I'm getting better with it, but this is something I've personally struggled with for a long time now. Um, it's basically, just relying on everybody and never relying on yourself, right? So, I mean, it's okay to have support, it's okay to have friends. I mean, I personally believe that sometimes being too alone can actually be really mentally unhealthy for you, depending on your situation. Um, I think there needs to be a balance, about like relying on yourself and relying on others, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting friends or wanting to support team, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's good to have that, but there comes a point in your life where like, if you constantly rely on everybody in your life and never on yourself, you're always going to be disappointed, right? So, I mean, it's one of those things where you have to decide, well, like, what can I do for myself? And my personal opinion is I feel like there's definitely a lot of rules in the world, to the point where, I mean, it depends on what you want in life, right? Like, if you're happy being independent and on your own and you don't need anybody else, that's fine. If that works for you, that's great. But if you are someone that's super dependent and you want a relationship, you're going to struggle with your relationship because you don't know how to accept being with somebody, because you're so used to loving yourself, you're so used to being independent, right? That's why it's like, and I think that could be why marriages struggle as well, is because people get so focused on their career and themselves and their kids that they forget that they have a partner. And it's one of those things where it's like you have to balance out everything in your life. You can't just forget about one thing, and then, like, it's something you have to take into consideration, right? I'm sorry, I'm not all like, woo. I'm like literally just woke up, so, and I have like plans today and stuff. So, yeah, no, I struggle with I sometimes still struggle with being independent. I'm trying. I mean, I think like me planning on going back to school to work in the mental health is going to be beneficial to me, and right now I'm trying to save up for a place, like my own like apartment, and going back to school and stuff. And that's kind of like my independence. Like, I'm not one of those people that like are high on myself. Like, I'm not like obsessed with myself to the point where I'm like, oh, like I don't need anybody. Like, no, like I like having support. I like having people to be around. Like, I'm very social. I'm a huge like social butterfly. Like, I love hanging out with people. I love, living like I'm like an adventurous person. I'm a risk taker. Like, I would literally like, if I could, I would camp in like all summer. I would take 2 months off and just camp for 2 whole months. Like, I'm a freaking full on like outdoorsy kind of girl, and I would rather sit by a fire, have a couple drinks with my friends. I would rather be camping in the summer than be like going to a bar. I'd rather be outside quadding, 4x4ing, all that kind of stuff. Like, that's my type of lifestyle that I love, right? So I'm not really like I'm not overly independent. Like, I think in some ways like I'm becoming independent, but I think with codependency, it's like codependency is basically like not independent at all, and it can be unhealthy, because like you have to understand that, like, you can't rely on everybody in your life. You have to be able to take care of yourself too, right? Like, and if you don't, then you're gonna be disappointed all the time. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I have like nobody's here to like. It's not everyone's responsibility to take care of you, right? Like, you have to take care of yourself, and that's something I've had to learn over the last few years. And yeah, I never learned independence when I was a kid or even a teenager, and it was hard because I relied on my friends and my family a lot, you know. And now that I'm almost 24, um, I I've learned a lot since high school. I really have, and it's crazy, you know. I mean, I'm going on almost 6 years of being out of school, and it's time flies after you get out. If you finish high school, it life really goes by fast, and I've enjoyed the last few years of my life for the most part. I mean, I just moved from BC, and it's different where I live now. It's very different. I mean, I like it, but I definitely miss my friends, and I do have some friends here, but like not a lot. And I had a group where I'm from, and I miss them every single day. I miss, like, right now, if I was there, I'd be camping with them probably right now, or I miss that. And I'm what I'm big my point is it's okay. What I'm trying to say is it's okay to have friends. It's okay to rely on people, but my message is my whole point of this conversation is I'm trying to say that it's okay to have friends. It's okay to rely on people, but it's not okay to do it to the point where you can't take care of yourself. And like, you have to take care of yourself in some ways. You have to be able to be like, you know what, everyone's busy, I need to do this on my own, right? And that's what it comes down to, is you have to be able to rely on yourself at the end of the day, right? And like, there's so many things I want to do with my life, but i I can't rely on everybody to do them for me. Like, I have to do it for myself, right? Like, and that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's like just relying on yourself. And codependency can be a very, very, very bad thing sometimes within your life. It can really hurt you, and it can, make you disappointed and make you struggle more. You need to rely on yourself too. There has to be a balance. And but that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me. My next video, I kind of just last minute plan it now. because I'm so busy balancing out my life, and I'm dating somebody who's really sweet and stuff. So I'm like trying to make time for that and myself and school and a job. Yeah, it's been kind of hectic, but anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. So I'll see you guys next time on Mental Health Today. Bye.